Hey everybody, this is Mike with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This video is homesteading benefits. But first off, I want to thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate all your support, all the comments, the thumbs up. I know YouTube plays this game, so sometimes you can't like the videos or you can't do something like that or your comments disappear. I do not delete comments, even if they are negative towards me, unless they're extremely abusive or using a lot of foul language or advocating for any illegal acts or things like racist stuff. I don't play that game. But even if you say there's people on here, they knew who they are, they trash me all the time. They say Biden is your president and they trash everything I do, saying I copy everybody's stuff. I don't copy anybody's stuff because I don't ever watch YouTube. I don't have time. I've watched one YouTube video in the last 3 or 4 months, and that was Bear Independence. He's switching to an AK video. It's the only one. So if I'm copying people, I apologize. I'm not actually doing it. Anyway, back to the video. Homesteading benefits. There are so many benefits to homesteading. First off, what is homesteading? Homesteading can be if you have a house on any amount of land. You can even small scale like suburban homesteading. It's not really a thing. It's an idea more, where you have gardens, you raise your own animals, things like that. You're producing your own food as much as possible. Maybe you're doing the firewood thing, using wood stove, those kind of things. That's basically homesteading. It doesn't have to be off-grid. You can be on-grid homesteading, but it's basically producing as much of your own things, taking care of your own things, dealing with your own problems, fixing your own things, not calling the repairman, all this stuff. That's all homesteading. So you can do it suburban, you can do it rural, you can do it on a bunch of property. It doesn't matter, but homesteading is awesome. Get back to basics. You're doing the work. You're working the land. You're getting the gratification, all those kind of things. So, why should you be homesteading? Good question. Self-sufficiency, number one. Satisfaction, number two. And healthy lifestyle, number three. As well as making prepping fun. It's a lot of hard work, yes. It is a lot of labor, a lot of manual labor, a lot of hard work. But it's also fun and very satisfying. You get there and your hands in the dirt and you're back, you're in touch with Mother Nature. You are raising your own animals. You are slaughtering your own animals. You are cleaning them, gutting them, preparing them, cooking them, consuming them. Back to basics, the way God intended it to be. So self-sufficient. It allows you to be more independent of the system, not reliant on the on-demand food supply network. So if there's shortages, you'd be like, okay, whatever, we'll just do our thing. Stuff like that. Freedom, also, sort of. We all know infringements on our rights nowadays and all that stuff, yes. But you're more free because you do more of your own stuff. You're not reliant on others, which is a really good thing for preparedness-minded people. Satisfaction I talked about. Grounding. It just allows you to be in touch with nature. I mean, I'm not being all hippie tree hugger or anything like that. It is a really good idea to get out there. It feels so good. When I'm out there working in the garden, I'm getting my hands dirty, working the soil, planting seeds, harvesting, whatever I'm doing out there with my kids. It's very satisfying, and it's very relaxing and stress relieving. Like I said, it is a hard but simple life. It's simple, but it's hard. It's a lot of hard work. So it's not for everybody, but I recommend it if you can. Please do it. Be as self-sufficient as possible. I talk about that all the time. Be in the asset column instead of the liability column. Grow your own organic, wholesome food, working with your hands. It is so gratifying, and the kids love it. Working it, planting it, watching it grow, and then producing food that you can go out there and eat. Run around through the garden, pick stuff, eat it, chow while you're out there playing, running around with the kids. Yeah, it's awesome. Raising your own animals. Like I said, natural. It's the way God intended it. Yes, you are taking a life to support yours, but that is okay. That is the way it's intended. You're not doing it just to throw away, or you're not doing it to cause harm or to be hateful or hurtful. You're doing it to provide sustenance for your family, to keep you guys healthy and strong. The connection to your food is so important. Food is not, I've heard the comment where some people actually out there think that, why do you have to go hunting? Because you can just go to the grocery store and buy it where they make it. They think that meat is made in the grocery store. They don't understand that chicken actually comes from chicken, or that hamburger comes from a cow. They don't actually know that. That's so sad. Also, producing your own heat from firewood, like I said, from trees on your own property. There's something awesome about that. You know, cut down the trees, you know, quarter it all or cut it all up, you know, let it cure, let it season, split it all up, and burn your own. Producing your own stuff, taking care of yourself and your family is so rewarding. It's awesome. Yeah, water, having your own well or a spring or some other good, clean water source. I'll tell you what, my daughter and her family come over here all the time to get our water because it's well water because they're on city water, and our well water is awesome. It tastes so much better. It is so good for you, and it doesn't have all the crap that they add in city water. Power. You can be on or off grid. Like I said, you don't have to be off grid homesteading. If you're in a situation where you're rural and you're still power connected, you can still assemble and have an established off-grid power system. So if the grid goes down, boom, you're up and running. Or you can just go over and flip the main breaker, you know, have your off-grid system providing power. I wouldn't recommend against a grid-tied system because if that goes down, you're still down because there's no battery banks. But anyway, off-grid is a good idea, but it's expensive and, you know, it may or may not be for you. Also, the laws of your state. Here in Washington State, if the grid is available, you're not allowed to be off-grid, which I think is a load of BS, but just telling you what the law is. You have your own herb garden. You can produce your own herbs and spices and seasonings for your foods, and herbal medicinals are a really good thing. If you get into herbalism and naturopathy, essential oils, all that kind of stuff, you can make all that stuff yourself. It's really awesome, healthy, natural. Like I said, herbal medicinal garden, and then privacy and security is nice because, and I'm talking more in a rural setting, you have privacy because you probably, more than likely, you're not able to see your neighbors or that many neighbors. Not that many people are going to be able to look into your house and on your property because you'll have trees and everything like that. Situation dependent, obviously, if you live in a desert type environment, you're going to see more. But hey, you know, it's a lot more privacy. You have the availability, a lot more security. You can actually put up LPOP, security, fixed fighting positions, stuff like that around, and not that many people would notice. Fewer threats if you're talking more on the rural side versus urban, because you're not going to really homestead in an urban environment, maybe a suburban environment, but you have that going for it. Hunting, trapping, and snaring on your own property if you have enough land. If you have, 10, 20 acres, something like that, or more, you can hunt on your land. And I don't know what all the laws and rules are and stuff like that, but depending on where you live, but you have that option. And that's a nice thing to have, right? As well as, hey, you can establish your own training area if you have enough ground for shooting, for training, tactical training, shooting range, those kind of things. Foraging, you can go foraging on your own property for wild edibles, wild medicinals, all those kind of things. And the last thing, side money. Selling produce, meat, eggs, all the stuff the excess you produce. Can a lot of it though for your food storage, but if you create excess and or produce more firewood than you need, what I would say is keep it yourself. But if you want to, you can have like a roadside stand or something like that. So you may turn it into a little bit of side extra money to put towards other preps that you can't produce yourself. So anyway, homesteading is awesome. Off-grid is fine. The idea of being self-reliant and self-sufficient is very appealing to me, and I'm sure a lot of you here, because that's the whole idea of being prepared. It's like it's emergency fund. It is insurance for your life. So your family can eat, you can eat, and you can do all the things. Plus, the homesteading stuff, just back to basics, simple life. Hard life, a lot of work, but simplistic life. Working hard all day long, going to sleep exhausted, knowing that you worked hard all day. And because of your labor, your family will eat well, and that you have a good life, and that you are very blessed by Heavenly Father. It's just a really good way to get back, get connected, unplug yourself, and just live a good, simple, honest life. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope you liked the video. Please prep a little every day, and prep it on peace of mind out of fear. Fitness, eat healthy, drink lots of water, take care of yourselves, and be ready. Stand ready, keep your head on a swivel, keep an eye on what's going on around you. You got to keep yourself safe. our country safe. Love you guys and blessings to you and yours.